What if I told you you were never afraid of failure? You're afraid of what failure might say to you. You failed, so you may not be good enough. But here's the truth: failure is feedback, not your identity. And in the next few minutes, I'll prove it to you. We are born fearless. Watch a toddler try to walk, fall, cry, try again. Zero shame. But somewhere along the way, we lose that. Where does it go? In the famous Hollywood movie, The Pursuit of Happiness, Chris Gardner, played by Will Smith, didn't have much. No home, no money, not even a stable job. But what he did have was the same toddler spirit. He kept falling over and over again, and he kept getting back up. Just like the toddler who doesn't care how many times they fall. That's what made The Pursuit of Happiness so powerful. It wasn't just about chasing a dream. It was about returning to who we were before fear took over. It all starts when we are taught that mistakes mean that you're weak. You fail that exam means that you're a bad student. Lose a job, you're not capable. Rejected in love, you're not lovable. We stop seeing failure as a moment and start seeing it as who we are. That's the root of fear. Let's understand what are we really afraid of. You're not afraid to try. You're afraid that someone will see you trying and laugh when you fall. But here's the truth. Most people are too busy with their own insecurities to care about yours. And those who mock you, they're already below you. Emotionally, mentally, courage-wise. I remember when I quit my corporate job, people told me, what if you don't get a job again? What if you fail? But here's what I realized. Most people who are giving me this advice, they've never taken any risk in their life themselves. Their fear is not yours to carry. If I'd listened to them, I'll still be stuck in a job I didn't like, not living this life of freedom and creativity. We fear that failure will make us unlovable, that people will only accept us when we succeed. But the real people, the ones who truly matter, want your truth, not your trophies. Let me share a personal story with you. Back in 2016, I was working with KPMG on a project in Dubai. I got a great job offer, tax-free salary, dream location, but I had other dreams to pursue. My own venture back in India on which I'd been working for the last 2 years. So I said no to the paycheck. And people, relatives, they said, that's really going to hurt your marriage prospects. But I knew the person who only loves your salary doesn't love you. We link failure with pain. But what if pain is not punishment? It's the tuition that we pay for wisdom. Did you fail in a relationship? Maybe it taught you who you really are. Did you fail in an interview? Maybe it taught you what to improve on. Did you have a failed startup? Maybe it taught you much more business knowledge than what an MBA can ever do. Pain is a teacher. Listen to it. Don't fear it. Now let's look at a few mindset shifts that will help you overcome the fear of failure. Redefine failure. Instead of asking this question that what if I fail, ask this question: what will I learn if I fail? Make failure about learning, not losing. Even the Bhagavad Gita teaches us this. Karam karo, phal ki ichha mat karo. Which means that you have the right to do your duty, but not to the results of your actions. In other words, focus on your action, your effort, your growth. Success or failure, that's never fully in your own hands anyway. But learning always is. So keep working towards your purpose and keep showing up. And as the famous quote by the alchemist goes, when you want something really badly, the whole universe conspires to help you achieve it. Here's a mindset shift that changed everything for me. You don't build confidence by winning all the time. You build it by surviving small losses again and again. If you want to build resilience, fail small, often, and on purpose. James Clear mentioned in the Atomic Habits, every action you take is a vote for the type of person you wish to become. Look at it this way. Every time you go to that interview and get rejected, or pitch that idea that doesn't work out, you're casting a vote for becoming someone bold enough who tried. And that's the kind of person who succeeds eventually. You don't become fearless overnight. You become fearless through exposure therapy. It's like going to the gym. If you lift a little more each day, your muscles grow. Your mindset works the same way. Each time you get ignored, don't take it personally. Fail publicly, don't let shame stop you. Try something and still feel proud. You're building psychological strength. When I uploaded my first few YouTube videos, I remember checking views every hour. The first few videos hardly got any likes or subscribers. And it took me 16 videos before finally one clicked and I got thousands of likes and subscribers from it. Imagine what would have happened if I had given up after 16 videos. After every video that did not do well, I reminded myself, this is a rep, a rejection rep, a discomfort rep. And every rep is a vote for the kind of creator that I want to become. Not someone who always wins, but someone who always shows up. And that's why I show up every Thursday. So normalize those small losses. They're not setbacks, they're signals that you're growing. And if you keep taking these little losses with your head held high, one day you'll wake up and realize you've outgrown the fear completely. You must have heard of the phrase, prepare for the worst and hope for the best. Most people say it, but they don't really mean it. They either hope blindly without preparation, which leads to panic, or prepare endlessly without hope, which leads to paralysis. But the magic happens when you do both. You visualize the worst case scenario, not to scare yourself, but to say to yourself, even if this happens, I have a plan in place. This works because your brain is already wired for survival. When you leave uncertainty hanging, it creates anxiety. But when you say, okay, worst case, this is what it looks like, and this is how I'll deal with it, your mind finally breathes. Here's how to use it in real life. What if the project flops? What if I don't crack that interview? What if they say no? Now plan your response. I'll pivot, I'll improve, I'll try again. Maybe I'll even laugh about it. And then hope for the best. Show up with optimism because now you're no longer afraid of the storm. You've already built your shelter. In the words of Benjamin Franklin, by failing to prepare, you're preparing to fail. So the next time fear shows up, don't just positive think it away. Face it, prepare for it, and then move forward with calm and confidence. Because the worst rarely happens, but the best only happens if you try. When I left my job, I asked myself, what's the worst that can happen? I don't earn for a few months. I'll have to cut down on my expenses. Maybe even return to a job later if things don't work out. That was it. Not death, not disgrace, just discomfort, temporary. And I knew that I could handle discomfort, but I couldn't handle regret. Don't overthink. Take the first step. Let's be honest. Most of the fear that we feel, it's not real. It's just overthinking on a repeat mode. We get stuck on what if it goes wrong? What if this happens? What if they judge me? And even before we've tried, we've lived the failure 100 times. Overthinking is the art of creating problems that don't even exist. As Mark Twain rightly said, I've had a lot of worries in my life, most of which never happened. And that's the truth. Most of the things you're scared of never actually happen. And even when they do, they're not as bad as the brain made them out to be. So here's something that I've learned the hard way. Thinking helps you to prepare. Overthinking keeps you paralyzed. At some point, you need to stop analyzing and start moving. Because clarity doesn't come from thinking alone. It comes from doing. Overthinking is like sitting on a rocking chair. You think you're moving, but you're not going anywhere. So take the first step, even if it's small, even if it's messy. Because action kills fear faster than overthinking ever will. If you're watching this video, then you're one step closer to deleting fear and are in the right direction of being a winner. So stop caring about failure today and start doing, and go ahead and achieve those things on which you were holding back so far because of fear. Do your best and forget the rest. So if you had to take away just one thing from this video, let it be this. You are not your failures. You are what you choose to become after them. Drop a comment and subscribe to Rakchit's Atlas for more videos on intentional living. I'm leaving you with 2 more videos that you might like. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.